You've been trying to convince reality that you deserve something. But it's not listening to your words, it's feeling your vibration. You can meditate, visualize, recite affirmations, but if your body is vibrating fear, that's what the field reflects. The truth is uncomfortable. The universe doesn't respond to effort, it responds to frequency. And that frequency is like an invisible perfume you carry. It arrives before you do, and it shapes everything around you, without you even noticing. Today, you're going to see yourself, no filters, no excuses, because the field is a living mirror, and it only reflects what you truly emit. Chapter 1: The Mirror That Doesn't Judge. Life isn't punishing you, it's echoing you. You say you want peace, but you vibrate urgency. You want abundance, but carry fear of lack. And the field, which is a mirror, not a judge, can only reflect what you emit most strongly. The quantum field, this silent intelligence that holds everything together, doesn't have preferences. It's not evaluating your worth. It simply responds to your dominant energetic frequency. And that frequency doesn't come from your mouth. It comes from unresolved traumas, unprocessed emotions, thought loops you no longer even notice. You're living inside a vibrational hologram. Everything around you, people, patterns, events, are spiritual reflections. Every encounter is a mirror, every challenge a return, every blessing a sign that your frequency has risen. Nothing is random. Everything is responding to your unconscious vibration. Chapter 2: The Body as an Antenna of the Invisible. You want to change your life, but you keep treating your body like a problem when it's your primary transmitter. Your body is a living electromagnetic antenna. Every organ vibrates. Every cell emits a signal. Every emotion you repress blocks the circuit. And when the circuit blocks, so does your reality. Your heart isn't just a pump, it's a quantum emitter. Its electromagnetic field is stronger than your brain's. It pulses with coherence, or confusion. Your spine isn't just structure. It's a coded pathway of energy, a sacred serpent between earth and spirit. Even your gut, your second brain, vibrates, and everything you eat is vibrational information. Your body isn't just matter. It's a vibrational message. And when it's misaligned, the field begins to reorganize your life around that misalignment. You want to open portals, align chakras, receive visions? Start by tuning your antenna. You don't vibrate with your mind alone. You vibrate with your entire being. And when your body aligns, even the invisible begins to respond. Chapter 3: The Static Between What You Want and What You Are. You say you want change, you want love, peace, abundance, but the field isn't hearing what you want, it's feeling what you are. The invisible space between your words and your true feelings, that's where the static lives. You affirm abundance, but your cells still vibrate ancestral scarcity. You visualize love, but your frequency still carries abandonment wounds. This vibrational dissonance is the greatest block to manifestation. It's not that you're asking wrong, it's that you're asking with words but contradicting with energy. And the field can only reflect consistency. Until your thoughts, emotions, and actions align, your life will keep mirroring confusion. The field doesn't punish, it simply responds to what is most coherent. Chapter 4: I am is the code the field obeys. 2 words, 1 portal. I am. Everything you say after those words becomes an instruction to the field. I am unlucky. I am anxious. I am stuck. These may sound like harmless phrases, but they are vibrational commands. The field doesn't filter jokes or sarcasm. It recognizes frequency, not tone. In ancient spiritual traditions, the spoken word was sacred, and I am was seen as a divine trigger, a decree, a vibrational seal. Saint Germain declared, I am the resurrection and the life. I am the governing presence. And he wasn't reciting mantras, he was vibrating them, because I am only creates when it is spoken with presence. Without that, the words don't create, they repeat. And repetition without presence recycles your reality. You don't need to say, I am light 1,000 times. You just need to say it once, with full coherence between body, emotion, and thought, and the field obeys. Chapter 5. Presence is the new wealth. You want to attract the new, but you're always ahead of yourself, living in a future that hasn't come, dragging stories that no longer belong. But the field only exists in the now. Presence is not attention, it's transmission. It's the moment when your being is fully in the moment and your frequency becomes irresistible. The quantum field aligns instantly when you are whole in the now, not wishing, not forcing, just being. Presence isn't about doing nothing. It's about becoming everything, right now, because the present moment is the only place where vibration becomes creation. Chapter 6. You don't need fixing. Just remember your true vibration.
They told you something was wrong with you, that you were blocked, unworthy, flawed, as if your soul had cracked under pressure. But the truth is simpler and far more sacred. You don't need to be fixed because you were never broken. You're an instrument of energy, and like any finely tuned harp, you may have simply slipped out of harmony. What you call anxiety, what you call exhaustion, what you call confusion are not flaws. They are echoes of a frequency interrupted.
Distortion doesn't mean destruction. It means interference, from traumas never alchemized, from beliefs not truly yours, from environments that never mirrored your light. But beneath the noise, your original frequency still vibrates, waiting, not to be repaired, but to be remembered, because healing is not an effort, it is a realignment, and your field, the invisible web around you, doesn't respond to perfection. It responds to coherence. Silence the static, clear the interference, and you will remember what was never truly lost. Your true vibration, untouched, eternal, has always been there. Now is the time to tune back in. Chapter 7. Where you live is living inside you. Environments vibrate, and they affect your field, silently. Constantly. Walls absorb emotions, rooms retain energetic imprints, objects hold memory. And if your home is cluttered, heavy, overstimulated, your field begins to mirror the chaos. On the other hand, spaces filled with plants, silence, natural light, they don't give you peace. They reveal the peace you already had. Nature doesn't teach you anything new. It reminds your field how to vibrate as the earth vibrates. You don't have to move to the mountains, but you do have to purify your environment, because your vibration is being shaped by everything around you. Where you live is shaping how you live. And sometimes, healing begins by opening a window and letting the soul breathe. Chapter 8. Practices don't transform you. They help you remember. You meditate, you journal, you light incense, you repeat affirmations, and yet, it still feels like something's missing. Because practices aren't magic spells, they're reminders. They don't bring new energy, they clear the dust that was hiding your true frequency. Reiki doesn't give you energy. It allows your own energy to flow again. Mantras don't change you. They retune what was already yours. Breathing deeply isn't about calming down. It's about removing resistance to flow. These tools don't build your vibration. They make space for your vibration to rise. You're not becoming light. You're stopping the resistance to the light you already are. That's the real spiritual work, not adding more, but removing what never belonged. Chapter 9. The right frequency. Can't be forced, only allowed. You're trying to vibrate high, trying to stay positive, trying to be light. But the more you try, the more it slips away. The field doesn't respond to struggle. It responds to natural coherence. The right frequency is like water. It doesn't need pushing. You just need to remove the blocks. When you try to force alignment, you create more resistance. But when you allow, you return to flow. You don't raise your vibration through intensity. You do it through authenticity, not through performance, but through truth. Because the universe doesn't want you to act enlightened. It just wants you to be real. And when that happens, the mirror clears, the signal strengthens, and reality begins to reshape itself around who you really are. Chapter 10. You are the field, and you're writing yourself all the time. There is a truth that many masters have kept hidden, perhaps because the world wasn't ready to hear it. But now, the collective frequency is shifting, and so are you. And here's what you need to remember. You're not just interacting with the field. You are the field. You are the code that responds. You are the awareness observing itself and reshaping as it's being observed. You are the vibration behind the word, the intention behind the form, the silence behind creation. Reality isn't happening outside of you. It is being written from within, through every energetic choice you make, even when you're not aware you're making it. You are not living in a neutral universe. You are immersed in a conscious field that feels you more than it hears you and reorganizes itself based on your state of being. Life isn't asking what you want. It is simply responding to what you choose to be when no one's watching. And that being is not fixed. It's not destiny. It's a mutable, moldable vibration, alive with possibility. You can rewrite your energetic identity, not with force, but with presence, with silent choice, with faithful coherence between thought, body, and soul. And when that coherence is reached, you don't just manifest. You begin to emanate reality spontaneously, not as someone who begs, but as someone who exists in a state of continual creation. And the field, which always mirrored you, now begins to expand you, because the vibration of the Creator is silent but unmistakable. And when you vibrate as someone who has already remembered, reality doesn't obey, it recognizes. Chapter 11. The field is not outside. It's waiting for all of you. You've spent your life chasing signs, trying to decode messages, mantras, maps, as if reality were a riddle outside yourself, waiting to be solved. But now, something becomes clear. The field was never outside. It was always you, stretched across time and space. Everything you were looking for was just a reflection of the part of you that hadn't yet remembered its role as the origin. You're not just a being vibrating within the field. You are the center of broadcast and reception, the core where all things begin and where all things return. Every thought you observe with awareness reorganizes. Every emotion you feel fully transmutes. Every word you speak with presence becomes a creative code. The field doesn't ask for effort. It waits for wholeness, for that moment when you stop dividing yourself, stop fragmenting, and finally return to yourself. You no longer need to raise your frequency. You just need to drop fully into yourself, to embody your truth, to inhabit your own being, to stand exactly where your soul already is. The highest frequency is not the one that floats. It's the one that anchors light into matter, that unites sky and ground in a single act of presence. And when you find yourself, when you claim your total vibrational identity, the field doesn't just mirror you, it resonates with you. And everything, absolutely everything, begins to respond to who you are, fully. Final call. The mirror is always on, and it's reflecting now. You can try to run, numb yourself, delay the process, but one thing remains true. The mirror is always on. It doesn't sleep. It doesn't turn off, it simply reflects. Reflects what you emit, reflects what you believe, reflects what you carry in silence. Right now, it's listening, not with ears, with frequency, with field, with coherence. You don't have to beg for a new reality. You just have to vibrate as someone who already lives it. If this message reached you, if something inside shifted, write in the comments, "I recognize the mirror and choose to vibrate with truth." Not just as a phrase, but as a vibrational seal, a signal to the field that you are aware, present, aligned. Because the field doesn't judge, it mirrors. And everything changes when you change what you emit.